How many in this room feel like they don't have enough time to do what they want to do? Do not have enough time in their week or in their month or their day? Put your hands up high. Do not have enough time to do whatever they want to do. Okay. How many of you, you can put your hands down now. Like this. Yeah, me. How many of you in this room have taken the time to verify that you don't have enough time in the week to do what you want to do? How many of you have taken the time to actually verify that? Put your hand up.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
That you analyze your schedule to such an extent to verify that yes, there are not enough hours to complete what I aspire to do or what I set out to do. How many of you have analyzed your week in that regard? Put your hands up. More than I expected. Okay. Do you feel that we have been resigned to this fate where we'll always want to do more and there'll never be enough time? Have we resigned to that fate? Everywhere I go, I meet more and more people that say, I'm busy, I'm too busy. Not just this age group. You go to any Balavihar class now too, and they'll say, yeah, I'm busy. The kids that don't even know how to spell busy, yeah, I'm busy. Is this our fate? Have we resigned to this fate? Is fate so cruel that the things we want to do, there's not enough time to do it? In my opinion, it's not. Fate is not so cruel to not give us enough time to do what we want to do. What is cruel is how we treat ourselves. How we don't invest in ourselves, how we don't analyze our schedules, I'm just going to say schedules, to verify, to realize how much time we have and what we're doing with our time. In every discourse I've spoken about in the last 2 days, the finger has always been here. We're very used to pointing the finger outside. It's time's fault, it's the country's fault, it's the politician's fault, it's my parents' fault, it's my school's fault. But in everything that I'm saying, the only person's fault it is my fault. If I don't have enough time, it's my fault. It's not the time's fault. If I don't have enough love in my life, it's my fault too. If I have too much stress in my life, my fault. If I don't value peace, my fault. Yesterday, whose symbol was this? Remember we were going around in the circle? Someone had their symbol like this. Okay. Do you know what this means? Yeah, A-OK, yeah, exactly. And yesterday morning when I walked into your meditation class, everyone was sitting like this. What this means, it's called the Chit Mudra, but because of Sandhi rules, it turns into Chin Mudra. This is your body, mind, intellect, ego, Brahman. When we can separate our ego from body, mind, intellect, and join it with Brahman, that's who we really are. But what are we usually doing with this finger? It's always pointing outside. But the spiritual person, that finger slowly starts coming inside. So in that blame that's outside, slowly starts coming inside, and that blame is on me. And blame may be the wrong word. The responsibility, the choice, the onus is on me. And the more responsibility I take for my life, for myself, I realize life. I realize the self, and it is A-OK. But more importantly, I become infinite then. If we removed our thumbs, could we pick up anything with our hands? No. The thumb is the substratum for a hand. It allows all the other fingers to function. Fate is not so cruel to not give us enough time. We are cruel to ourselves for being ineffective and inefficient with our time. We are cruel to ourselves. And we go about struggling then with stress, with complaining, with missing appointments, coming late, and so on and so forth. But if we slowly turn this finger inside, specifically about time and the management of time, we can easily turn this struggle into success. Easily. How to do it will be challenging, but once we figure it out, it's so easy. And we'll discover so much time in our lives. The chicks in DC, the chicks in DC did this, and I'll share the results with you about my experiment with them later. But we have a lot of time. Keep that seed in your mind. Okay. Let us begin to uncover some truths about this elusive factor called time. What is time? What is time? Science defines time as the measurement of change. The measurement of change is time. When situation A changes to situation B, the length of time, how long it took for that to change, we call that time. If something didn't change, would there be time? Yes or no? Based on the definition that science is offering us. Yes or no? No. Okay. Now I know many of you here are great Vedantic students who learned about the Sadhana Chatushtaya this past summer. The fourfold qualification, of which the first is Viveka. And what does Viveka mean? Discrimination between black and white. Skin color. Discrimination between what? What is real, capital R, real, and unreal. What is real? What is capital R, real?
That which is changed.
That which doesn't change in the past, present, future. What is unreal? Nope. Nope. That which is not existent. For example, my son that's sitting here. Everyone would say, where? I don't have a son sitting here. That is non-existent. I'm not crazy. I verified that. But I'm not crazy. So, non-existent. So the real is that which is ever existent. The unreal is that which is never existent. Anything that falls in between is an illusion. Something that you experience but is changing is an illusion. In this regard, is time real, unreal, or an illusion? How many of you think it's real? Put your hand up. How many of you think it's unreal? Put your hand up. How many of you think it's an illusion? So for the three gentlemen who didn't put their hand up for unreal, so you don't experience time? You're crazy now, this is not here, this is not moving. We all experience time, but it's changing. It's in perpetual change. At the end of the day, time is just an illusion. Not just because Vedanta says it, but man created time. What's an hour? What's a day? Who decided what a day was? Who decided what a second was? A year, a decade, a century, a millennium? Where did these numbers come from? Time is just man-measured, human-measured. We created these labels. We created these thoughts. And who knows? One day these measurements will change. Maybe 100 years from now, the day will disappear and we'll start calling it the Bluda. And it'll be a random set of measurements. Who knows? But the point is that it's man-created. It's not like we were born into, yes, with a clock. The world didn't have a clock. We created a clock to measure change. And that's on the outside. What about on the inside?